Hi everyone, I'm B with Journey to Jackpot Slots, and this is C. That's actually what we call each other. We were talking about jackpots, and we were talking about big wins versus winning something right under the jackpot level. And my thoughts were, I personally would rather get the $1,000 wins where I don't have to pay sales tax. And we were talking about just how much tax some of these players have to pay. For example, I was watching somebody today. She started out with $6,000, and she ended up with losing it all, putting money back in, and then winning $12,000. So tell me, what do you think about that? How do you feel?
Well, first, just one little correction. It's not sales tax. It's federal tax.
Okay. Oh, you're right. Okay.
And nobody gets out of paying federal taxes. Now, personally, I don't think that's a win. I've watched some of these people. I won't say names because, obviously, for this particular video, I'm not trying to call them out. But they'll put $100,000 in a machine, which they probably already paid the taxes on the $100,000. Right. And then they win $200,000. Well, you put 100 in to get 200, so technically you won 100,000, right? Right. But now you're going to pay the federal taxes on 200,000. Now, say you put the 100 in, and then you got the 200, then you got the. So what is that? Say 30 to 40%. I'll use 30 as a low number. So now you're looking at like $60,000, right, in taxes. Right. Yeah. And that takes away from the win. Now, don't get me wrong, I would still like that win, but I'm paying taxes twice. The money that I put into the machine, and now the money I'm going to get back out of the machine. Right. And I don't know how much I like that. I think, like you said, maybe those smaller wins that are underhand pays are nice. Now, don't get me wrong, I'll take that giant win, and be happy with that, but I don't like paying federal taxes. And I will drop one name. Vegas Matt, and he was talking about how at the current time you cannot deduct winning or losing from your taxes. So say if you do lose, because I've watched these guys, Mr. Handpay, sorry, drop a name, and he lost like 3 days in a row, and he's probably $60,000, $70,000 down. But you don't get to write that off on your taxes. So you probably paid $70,000, then you lost it, then you came back like the next couple of days and he recouped the money. Yeah. But I mean, I think the big jackpots are great because people like to watch that. It's like it's a lot of fun. Yeah. I like to watch it. Those $200 million or $200,000 wins. It's like, oh man, that's exciting. I wish I could get that. But then you think about the taxes. Now I don't know if these guys have businesses. And and they're offsetting the cost somehow, through merch and or through YouTube revenue. Right. But it's just, it's fun to watch, but sometimes it's like you get that big jackpot, then you got to pay all that out in taxes. That can be a little disconcerting. Yeah, I know. When we did the group poll the other day, remember we were all discussing who's going to take the tax? Who's going to do that, because somebody has to when you do a group poll. So, well, we were just talking about it. We were wondering what your thoughts were. So drop them in the comments below and let us know if you prefer to get the big jackpot all at once, or you'd rather get the little winnings right under that add up to that big jackpot amount. I'll see you guys later.